Good Saturday morning on a snow day, and also a happy heavenly birthday to my mother. But let me tell you, you guys saw me cook this week in the cast irons, and I'm still getting used to the heat intensity. But I wanted to just come on and talk about the cleanup. I literally just cleaned them up. You saw me. I think I did some string beans. I actually did a vegetable thing in here. What was this? The string beans, the onions, just kind of tossed them around. And I think I cooked something else. And then in this one, we did the fried chicken. And so it didn't really make a mess, but I did clean them today. And I was surprised myself. I thought, I've been dreading, I got to go in and clean up these cast irons. And I also have one more over here. This big joker's been in the fridge with the oxtails that we did. So I've got to clean that joker. The only thing about really cleaning them, if you got cast irons, is that they're so heavy. They're so absolutely heavy. But look at that. If you're treating them well, like I'm getting ready to dry these out, I'm going to oil them up and I'll put them away. And I don't use them every day. I'm trying to use them more because the more you use them, the better they are. But everybody's going back to them. A lot of people are concerned about, they don't want to transition back because of the non-stick. But they are really, the more you use them, they are truly non-stick. And if you clean them up really good and keep them oiled up, when you use them, this thing just had I literally just poured the grease off of this one from frying some chicken. Hey, dear, what's going on, Tori, Cheryl? I'm telling you, and when you fry chicken, I literally just poured the grease and the remnants of this, and all I did was, let me tell you, first of all, your dishwashing liquid, get your good dishwashing. I'm not even going to promote them, but I'm just saying, get one that really breaks up the grease. You already know which one that is. So put that in there. And when I took my brush, and I use a brush, I brush up my everything. I brush them. I don't even have, and I use my little kitchen sponges. Okay, but I don't even have anything to seriously scrub. So, and it didn't take any elbow grease. I put a little water in there, and I didn't even soak them. I don't do the soaking of them unless I really burn up something. And that's the thing in the kitchen with DryerBuzz. But I poured the grease off the one I fried the chicken in, and it usually has the remnants of that. I put in just a little bit of water and a little bit of dishwasher in my brush, and I just went around, and literally it just came clean. I know it sounds like a miracle, right? Same thing with this. You saw when I grilled those vegetables, and you talking about even in the grooves, there's nothing left over in the grooves, and I didn't have to put any elbow grease in there. Just make sure salt scrub. I've seen that where some people don't want to use dishwashing liquid or any soap. They literally just put the salt in there and just scrub it out. I tell you, it's kind of like habit and memory. When you are dealing with these things, I'm not trying to talk like an expert. I'm talking to somebody just got these things for Christmas, grew up with them, but we didn't think about this when we were growing up. It was just what was in the cabinet, and usually at your grandparents' house, right? The best. I use soap on mine too. The thing about it is just keep them clean. Don't let them sit. Don't not treat them because you need to oil them, and you have to oil all sides, top and bottom, and all of that. And be mindful of that when you put it on your stove, to make sure you wipe the oil and stuff off the bottom, or else you're gonna be, your eyes gonna smoke. But you do. You even have to oil the handles and so forth. But I just wanted to come on because you guys saw me cooking with them and just show you the after. Like I said, I'm getting ready to dry them off, and I can't do it with the phone in my hand. But I'm going to dry them off and just take a couple tablespoons of oil and just wipe them down. And I have them in all sizes. I'm getting ready to use another one, a smaller one, to whip up some eggs, like they do at the Waffle House. Don't y'all love that pan they have at the Waffle House? Right, I'm getting ready to make me some cheese and eggs, like Waffle House cheese and eggs, because I got them Waffle House skills. You better know, right? And if you have never worked at a Waffle House, let me tell you, you'll never be without a job. But I'm just really look, I was really surprised that the brush really got down in the grooves. How many of you have one of those, and I hate to say it, but the George Foreman's and all that, and you hate cleaning them, right? And I got every kind of apparatus or appliance up in here, and I hate using them because you usually have to get in those grooves and scrub. But look at that, and you can see the aging of it So I'm getting ready to go ahead and dry that off because you know that rust will come quick as they air dry, and if you don't go ahead and hit it off with that oil, just a little soap but more salt. Yeah, and I'm glad you said that because if I had to, that's the thing about it is they didn't need scrubbing, and I was afraid. I was like, oh, I don't want to go clean those pans because I thought it was going to take all that work. It didn't even take all that, just a little bit of soap and the brush because again, the more you use them, the easier they are to clean, and they are essentially non-stick. I mean, that's non-stick. If you saw what was on that pan, and because I grilled those vegetables, onions, it was like string beans and onions, and then it actually sat for a day. I was like, oh, I got to go clean these cast irons from that video I did the other day, and I'm like, my goodness, I don't want to go in that kitchen. So, and then you know you have stuff in the fridge, and I'm like this pan over here staring at me. I had it in the fridge, and like I gotta clean it. But don't be afraid. Something I have learned is it don't take that much heat. You know, because they hold heat, so you don't have to turn. You know, and this is a bad habit we all have, cooking everything on high. I learned that in one of my very first videos. I went back and watched. I was watching one of my very first videos, and I was like, my God, I'm cooking everything on high. You know, we have these modern stoves today, and we can turn things down. And you really can, when you're cooking with the cast iron, you really can cook on a lower temperature because they hold so much heat. And let me tell you, you better learn that quickly. Even after you turn it off, make sure you want to turn your stuff off a little bit early because because it's going to continue cooking because it is cast iron, and it heats up quickly, holds heat, and cooks fast. They cook fast, so be mindful of that too. But get yourself a set if you haven't. Even if you are out and you're like, I love the flea markets and the thrift stores and all of that. Even if you see one and it's totally rusted, get it still. And what you do is just treat it. Just go set it ablaze, honey, and then clean it up real good and oil it, and it'll come right back. These are new out of the store, but we have Bill's Flea Market. We've got what's that other one? What's that flea market I love to go to? I'm thinking Bill's, but that's the one that my dad is at on Sundays. But there's a Bill's and a Ben's. Now Ben's, somebody always have a set at Ben's. And the price never change. The price never go down. I need a round one. I love the grill looking one. I use it way too much. I think I'm going to use mine more after I did those beans, because I was gonna stir fry some beans. I'm like, I'll just put them on here, get some nice grill marks on there. I'm scared of thrifting appliances. Dear, my daughter sent me a post the other day. There's a thrift group. Somebody found the La Crusette at the thrift store for like $20. Was it $20? Yeah. Whole freaking set. And I went to their sale event, and you can even get a canister for $20. I was like, so, be mindful and watch it. And I'm going to tell you, Ace Hot, if you want to get the new set, Ace is pretty good for that as well. So just be mindful. But hey, Tanya, so just make sure, don't be so afraid of them. I think the best thing is in taking care of them. Yeah, I was about to cry. I was like, because I was in that store, I was like, and I let one get away from me because the set that I wanted, a red set, and it was red on the box, but the color inside wasn't, and I was like so devastated because I let the actual red one get away. But I'll watch, and they charge you like go in their sale, and then you gotta buy it. But it's still interesting, and I still want something from them, but everything else suffices. So, but I just wanted to come on because y'all never hang around when I have to clean up from all those videos I made. Hey, Phyllis. But I really wanted to talk about this because I'm still learning. Because even when I fried the chicken was good, but it still was a little too brown for me, but still came out good. I still got to get used to them again because they do cook like nothing else. There is no other pan out there that cooks like these cast irons. I'm telling you. And so you have to be really mindful, turn your heat down lower, and take your food out sooner, or else, the results could be drastically different. But just showing you, they do clean up very well. I'm still amazed at this pan because I was thinking, I'm gonna throw that thing away. No, a little bit of just using that brush, and it got right in those grooves. No scrubbing, nothing. Turn the heat down. I learned how to cook on the cat. Turn that heat down, and isn't that interesting? Because you think because it's a heavier pan and it's cast iron that you should actually turn the heat up, but honey, you're gonna start a fire. Okay, you actually turn the heat down because they get super hot, and I need to get some of those protectors for the handle. Some of those what's that, silicone for the handles, because they do get hot and they take a long time to cool down. I had to also buy some things for my counters because you do need to take them off the stove, and because oftentimes we fry a lot in them with that oil. Be careful with that because the oil gets hot. That oil gets really hot. And like I said, the main thing to be careful is because they do take a long time to cool down. You got to take it off the stove. So I bought some of these little, I don't see one in reach, but I'll show you this right here too. I got one of these. And, it just basically raises stuff up off the counter. So I'll show you that. So I got me one of these, and I got some of those little cork. And I'm even afraid to put it on the cork. So I put it on this. So if you see these out, get some of these. It says eat. So get yourself some of these. And that way you can take your pots and pans off the stove and sit the pan on it. So with this on the counter, that means it's raised up from the counter. It says eat. So you can sit it on that. Yeah, and you see them, you think they're mostly like for decoration because, all this stuff is like old school kitchen stuff. But you remember, you probably saw this in your grandparents. I won't say your parents because our parents, they were the working generation. The boomers were the working generation. But our grandparents had all of this stuff. And it's all coming back. It's definitely all coming back. But get some of these so that you can take your pans off the stove when you're finished cooking and sit it on there because that cool down time is really important. All right, guys, I'm going to go or we be talking all day. Bye.